What's up, you guys? This is Steven, and I'm back with another lyrical analysis. This time I'll be analyzing the song Phony Queen, aka Phone Star, by Jolin Tsai. And this song is translated sometimes as Phony Queen, and I've also seen the song translated as Phone Star. So, just putting it out there. But I noticed that on the YouTube channel for like Jolene's official YouTube channel, they have the song listed as Phony Queen. And me personally, I don't like that title just because phony, I think they're using the word phony as to mean like an objective form of the word telephone. But when people say phony in English, they mean fake, false, disingenuous, not genuine. So to me, the title comes off as if Jolene is saying that she is the queen of being phony, fake, false, not genuine. And I don't think that's what she's trying to, portray. I don't think that's her message. So that's why I like the title Phone Star better. But then again, the title Phone Star might be, misheard as porn star. So there's an issue there. But of the two titles, I think that Phone Star is the better title, in my personal opinion. But I've gone on for long enough about the title. Let me just jump into this lyrical analysis now. But before I do, let me just give a shout out to the website that I got the lyrics from. The website is Jolin Generation, and that's generation spelled with a J instead of a G. So jolingeneration.canalblog.com. So thanks a lot. That website is a very good source for Jolin Tsai news, as well as lyrics, and just a good fan page, definitely. But with that being said, here's my lyrical analysis. Here we go. You don't have to worry about being late, even if you disappear off the face of the earth. Having a meal and going home alone, do you think that threatens me? Sound like Jolene, or Jolin. Sorry about that. Sometimes I'm used to pronounce her name as Jolene for some reason. I guess that's how I learned her name, but it's really Jolin Tsai. But for years, I pronounced her name as Jolin Tsai. So, I'm still learning, So forgive me. Alright, but here it sounds like Jolin is having some, some boyfriend issues here. And it sounds like, he might be thinking that he is, just so awesome and just a gift. But, Jolene, no, I'm the star here. And that's true. Jolene, Jolin, she's the star, She is the star. So let's see what else she's saying. Want some company? In the future, I will summon him. Want to dance? Alright, so basically, she is saying that she is going to call somebody. Who? Who knows? Let's see what else she's saying up in here. He knows 3,000 types of samba. Sound like Jolene, Jolene or Jolin. She might be, getting her swirl on a little bit. She might be dating, a man from Latin America. So, she might be getting her swirl on here. So, ain't hating on that, Jolene. Get your swirl on. Do your thing. You earned it. You work hard. Want a ball game? So you want to play baseball, I guess, He will accompany me for a home run. And I'm not sure if this is a metaphor, for intercourse. Because how it's oh yeah, you're in second base or third base and trying to hit a home run. They use that sometimes for a metaphor for intercourse. So maybe, maybe it sounds like, maybe Jolin might be about to engage in intercourse with a Latin American man. You know, lots of women do that. All right, next lyrics. Do you love me? Here's a tip. You might not want to ask that question. If you have to ask, that's a bad sign, Also, make sure you're prepared to hear the answer, Because sometimes you think you're prepared, but you're not really totally prepared to hear the answer, Just, make sure you are prepared for the worst case scenario. And that's a tip from me to you, Jolin. Free of charge. Okay, next lyrics. He does not need to think to answer. Alright, so she's saying her new man, possibly a Latino, Latin American dude, he don't need to think to answer. And this is kind of some deep stuff here because, she knows some English. Maybe he knows some English. I don't think Jolin knows Spanish, and I don't think this dude from Latin America is, hip to Mandarin. So, it might be some translation issues there. But, then again, maybe he just know what he want, and know what he like, and love. Can't hate on him from that. Marrying you, I might have a family. Grabbing him, I will unify the whole world. Okay, so here, she's saying marrying some dude, she might have a family. Like, she might have a family if she marries some dude. Grabbing him, I will unify the whole world. I guess when she's like with this union, she's gonna be connecting, the Asian continent to, the to Latin America. So she's like unifying the world there, Maybe that's what she's saying. All right, let's see what else she got with this Latino love affair here. Truth be told, is there a need to choose? I want to marry. Phone, why don't you fall in love with me? Okay, so here, based up to this point, I thought this song, based on the lyrics, was about Jolin Tsai getting her swirl on with a Latin American man, dude from Latin America. But it sounds like she is. I don't think this is considered, getting your swirl on here. She sounds like she's in love with her phone. Yeah. Like, I'm thinking, phone? Okay, let's see what else she's saying here. Let's read some more of these lyrics here. Okay. Phone, why don't you fall in love with me? So she's asking her telephone. Well, not even her cell phone, telephone, whoever. She's asking this phone, why don't you fall in love with me? Now, how crazy does that look? Let's see what else she's doing up in here. Phone, I will marry no one else but you. So again, how crazy does that look? Phone, I will marry no one else but you. Look how, doesn't that, I'm telling you, that looks crazy. This sounds crazy, Jolin. Phone, you want me, don't you? Phone, you want me, don't you? Don't you? Now you sounding needy to a phone, an inanimate object that is funded by, or hosted by Verizon Wireless or T-Mobile, Metro, PCS. Like, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe you might need to, sounds like you might need to take some time out for yourself and, get a little therapy. Let's see what else she's saying. Then call me Your Highness. So she telling her cell phone or telephone or whatever type of phone this is to call her Your Highness if the phone wants her. Now she thinks she's like royalty and that an inanimate object is in love with her. Now I know that different cultures have different things, but I don't think this ain't no cultural thing. This not no cultural difference here. This is some like crazy mental issues up here, like some like loop-de-loop, ticky-ticky boom-boom type stuff here. And I'm a little worried for Jolin. You know, this doesn't sound very healthy. You know, who is this infatuated with an inanimate object? Let's see, what else you got going on here in this special love affair. Ever since I deleted your number, my life has instead become more natural and unrestrained. So I guess she done dumped her, you know, actual human boyfriend for this telephone. And since she dumped her human boyfriend for the telephone, she's like, you know, I become more natural and unrestrained. Well, I guess you are unrestrained because you just want to get it on with just anything, you know, anything. I mean, I know this thing probably, you know, I know this cell phone probably has like a good vibration, you know, but, you know, that's not what the cell phone is meant for, though. You know, it's meant to talk on, not to do stuff with, you know, stuff. Anywho, on to the next lyrics here. Don't need to wait for your call. In the future, I will directly X him out. So she don't need to wait for somebody's call. In the future, she gonna just ask out the dude or her phone. How does that work? Cell phone, will you go out with me? Dinner in a fancy restaurant for two. And you don't have to worry about paying. Like, and the cell phone can't pay even if he wants to. So you, like Jolin, you're gonna have to be courting your cell phone here. So you're not gonna be courted like, you know, women want to be courted. So that's probably gonna be an issue too, because you're gonna be resentful. Like, why am I paying for everything? You know, like, why do I have to, you know, open the door for this cell phone? Like, I want the door open for me. Like, I want the seat, you know, taken and, you know, taken over the table, under the table, by the table, you know, removed for her. So, you know what I'm saying here. So basically, you're gonna be missing out on some things if you get into this relationship, Jolene. You know, and I think you're gonna miss those things too. You know, this cell phone, you know, I'm sure it can do a lot of different things, but I don't think it can offer you what, you know, a human being can offer you. All right, what else we got going on in this crazy song? Let's see. I want to kiss. Well, wait a minute. She says, want to kiss? Question mark. This is a question that she's asking her cell phone, I guess, or her phone. Want to kiss? Send me a hearty laugh. So how that cell phone going to laugh? Want to hold hands and ain't got no hands to hold. Are both of your hands still idle? No, you don't. It don't got no hands. Cell phones don't have hands. Oh yeah. Want to be in a relationship? As it turns out, the real is inferior to the fake. I only flip to your photo if I want to listen to a joke. Alright, so it sounds like Jolin, you know, she done lost her mind and she just in love with her phone now. I guess she done been hurt so much by men that, you know, she just said, you know, skip the angry lesbian, you know, the angry lesbiana step and just go and be with, like, inanimate objects. Let's see, what else she got going on? Alright, here's the next part to this song. 1, 2, 3. Calculate my X's. See, she's saying these X's done did something to Jolin Tsai. ABC. All have been removed from the shelf. So she's removing all her X's from her contact list. Don't call me, your signal is extremely lacking. So basically she's saying to her exes, don't call her because you guys have cheap cell phone service. Your signal is lacking. Alright, you're just in like a tunnel or something. But anywho, don't call her. She don't want your call. Alright, here are the next lyrics. I want him, marry you. I might have a family. Grabbing him, I will unify the world, the whole world. Truth be told, is there a need to choose? I want to marry. Phone, why don't you fall in love with me? Phone, I will marry no one else but you. Phone, play for me. Tomorrow, I want to get married to you. Phone, why don't you fall in love with me? Phone, I will marry no one else but you. Phone, let me sing. Tomorrow, I'm getting married to a phone. Seriously, these are the lyrics that were provided. I don't know if this was like a translation error. This could be a translation error, to be fair. You know, this song was originally in Mandarin Chinese and it was translated to English, and those languages, you know, are not very similar languages. So a translation error is definitely a possibility. However, if this is not a translation error, then it sounds like Jolin has some type of a mental disorder. I don't know what they call it, but I know it's something where it's like human beings developing an unhealthy infatuation with inanimate objects. It's some type of a mental disorder like that. I don't know the name of it, but I know that there is some type of a mental disorder for what Jolin is going through. And Jolin, just like, it sounds like this is a step in the wrong direction. This isn't good for your mental health. You have the resources available. Just ask for some help if you need some help. And it sounds like you need some help it's like, based on the song, it sounds like you need some help. So just, you know, get some help. And it can be, you know, on the low. You don't have to like go to the media and explain to them anything. Like, this is your private life. You know, just seek some professional help, you know, because I don't want to hear about, you know, I don't want to read any stories in the media about you going crazy, you know, and having to be put in like a psychiatric ward on like 5150 hold or something like that. You know, I want good things for my, you know, Asian pop starlets. Alright, so let me talk about the music video for this song as well. Alright, the music video is interesting. It starts off with like Jolin Tsai, and she's in like this office, more or less. It's kind of like she's a phone operator or something like that, or doing customer service. But then, like, at one point she's wearing these weird glasses that make her eyes look really like weird and dowdy. Like, oh, Jolin looks kind of weird there. But then she like takes off the glasses, and then like, okay, there she is, like the real Jolin. I was like, oh, you fooled me there. But she's on like talking on the phone and stuff and doing her work, I guess, kinda. And these phones are like actual telephones. You know, they're landlines and they're cord phones. Phones that have a cord attached to them. So no cell phones, you know, no cordless, no, you know, wireless phones, like straight up landlines. And I think they're even rotary phones too, where it's like you put your index finger in the slot thing and then turn it around. It's like it's 5, 7, 0, you know, like that. And I was like, oh wow, that's, you know, different. You don't see that a lot anymore. Like, so, you know, good homage to the past, Jolin. But in the video, she like is looking. She winds up looking at this like some type of a television show that's called Phone Star. and she wants to compete on the television show. It's like a competition show who has the best like index finger. That's what it seems like. So she's like swiping, playing with her cell phone and training and stuff, and she's like and like, you know, cutting pineapples and watermelons with her index finger, like, and then breaking some like wooden block with her index finger, and you know, just like, oh yeah, and she's doing push-ups with just her index finger. She's like pushing her stuff up with just her index finger. So I'm like, okay, if she's really doing that, then homegirl got skills. You know, I ain't hating for that. Let's see what else going on here. Then she gets to the competition and she has two other competitors that she's competing against, like a man and a woman, and she winds up competing against the woman first, and they're like playing some cell phone game. And it looks like this game might belong to Jolin. It's like a dancing game. I think this might be a game that Jolin Tsai was a part of, or like they may have based it on her, or she may be like the spokesperson for the game or something like that. But yeah, they're playing that game, and Jolin wins the competition because she has, you know, swift fingers for, you know, the cell phone use. And then the next phase of the competition, she competes against the guy, and they're doing like selfies, and you know, Jolene's taking all these cool selfies, and she wins that competition too. And then for some reason, she competes against the woman again that she already beat in the competition, and they are like the woman and Jolin are having they're like battling each other with these like large oversized index fingers, and they're like fighting each other like gladiators or something, like and then Jolin wins that competition too. And then she starts dancing on stage, and she's wearing like this dress that is designed to look like a rotary telephone. However, I think the dress makes her look kind of like chunky, a little fat, you know, a little fat. So I think she should have probably had the dress taken in a little bit more. And plus, she's dancing next to like these two like animated 3D renderings, you know, these animated 3D characters. And they're animated to be really thin, so that's making her look like, even in comparison, she's looking even bigger because of that. And you know, Jolin Tsai isn't a big woman, and I'm not saying that she's like, you know, busting out her spandex, because you know, in any stretch of the imagination in any culture, like Jolin Tsai is a very thin woman. So I'm not saying she's fat, but I'm just saying that, you know, that dress wasn't the most flattering, basically. And I think that's pretty much it, you know. That's pretty much it. I think that's all I have to say. You know, this song is the lead single for Jolin Tsai's 13th album, you know. So that's pretty cool. You know, I think this song, it has an interesting concept. It's not her best song. It's not the best song I would have for a lead single as well. It's okay. However, in comparison to her other lead singles, I'm thinking this song is it's kind of lacking to me, you know. Like her lead single for, you know, her album Muse was The Great Artist, and I'm like, okay, that song, that's a good lead single, you know. As well, like her lead single for, you know, her album Dancing Diva was Dancing Diva, and that was a good lead single as well. So, as far as I know, that was the lead single. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was the lead single for Dancing Diva, you know, Dancing Diva. So I'm like, okay, for a lead single, I think this song might be a bit lacking, you know, and might not be the best song to lead off, you know, her new album with. As well, the theme may be a bit odd, you know. But I'm sure Jolene, you know, I'm sure Jolene will have some success, at least some success with this song. You know, I don't think people will completely snub it, at least the Taiwanese public. You know, I don't think they'll completely snub the song, just ignore it. But it probably won't be as big of a hit as maybe her previous songs were. But perhaps maybe the next single will be a stronger single. You know. But then again, what do I know? You know. But that's all I have to say for now. Thanks a lot for watching. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to give me a thumbs up. And the feedback and the support is greatly appreciated. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.